Hi, first grade. Okay, I am going to list the words for your spelling test, and I'm going to use it in a sentence. And I want you to mark up each word as we go. And then I will tell you when it is the trick words. And those don't need to be marked up. And then we will do the two sentences. If I'm going too fast, remember you can pause this at any time. Have your parents help you figure out how to do that so that you can catch up. I'm going to try to go right in the middle so everyone is good to go. Okay, so we normally want number 1 through 6 down the side of our handwriting paper. If you are using something other than handwriting paper, I'd ask your parents to make lines on a paper and number them down the side and try to use the same model that we have been using all week or all year at school. Okay, number 1, the spelling word is athlete. He is a very good athlete. The spelling word is athlete. Athlete. Number 2, baseball. Do you like to play baseball? Baseball. Do you like to play baseball? Now look back over those two and make sure that you have marked them both up. Number 3, springtime. Springtime is a beautiful time of year. And kids, remember, we're going to have closed syllables and we're going to have the VE syllable. And I would like for you to try to mark them up that way, okay? Springtime. Springtime was an example of a compound word, and spring is a closed syllable, and time is a V consonant E syllable. Springtime. Okay, number 4, flagpole. Did you see the American flag on the flagpole? Flagpole. Number 5, excuse. Excuse. Did you have a doctor's note to excuse you? You can say it like that, excuse or excuse you from the game. Excuse or excuse. 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 Number 6, lifelong. Lifelong. She has been a lifelong friend of mine. Lifelong. Remember to mark it up. Lifelong. Number 7, admire. I really admire the way she handles herself in public. Admire. Admire. Closed syllable, then it's a VE syllable. Admire. Number 8, reptile. Reptile. Did you see the reptile at the pet store? Reptile. Number 9, cupcake. That cupcake was fabulous. Cupcake. And number 10 is include. Include. Did you include the zip code when you were memorizing your address? Include. Include. Okay, go back through and make sure you've marked everything up. You should have 10. Now we're going to do the 3 trick words. If you are using handwriting paper, you can do it on the back. If you're using blank paper where you drew lines, You can use the back of that also, whatever works for your family. Okay, the 3 trick words are number 11, little. She has very little money to buy that piece of gum. She has very little money to buy that piece of gum. Little. Number 12, been. Have you ever been to see the Grand Canyon? Have you ever been to see the Grand Canyon? And our last trick word, own. I did not know that you would like to own a bike. Own. Okay, now just like we do at school, we are going to do 2 sentences that I am going to say out loud, and you are going to write them down, and you're going to mark them up, and you're going to have a capital and a period at the end if needed, or a question mark, so all punctuation. Here we go. This first one is a long one, and it is meant to stretch you to see that we are remembering things from the past as well, rules that we have learned. The fireman is blinking from too much smoke. 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 One more time. Look it over. The fireman is blinking from too much smoke. And number 15, I'm going to give you just a minute. Go back through, make sure you've marked everything up. Make sure it makes sense and says what it's supposed to say. Okay, pause here if you need more time. Otherwise, number 15 is, I dislike people who scare me. 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 Okay, kiddos, that's your spelling test. Do your very best on the markups. Have your parents make sure that you spelled everything correctly. Have them look at it, and we can worry about the markups when we get back to school. But hopefully you remembered your closed syllables, your VE syllables. Did you find some suffixes in there that you circled separately? Try to remember all that we've been doing this year, okay? I know it's not as easy as being here, or being here in the classroom, but you all can do it. Okay, have a great day. And then put it in your homework folder, whatever folder you're using to turn all your stuff in when you get back to school. All righty, bye-bye.